Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Anthony Murray. I am excited. I really am. I'm excited to be with you today. There's a lot of great things that I want to talk about, but probably the most important thing I want to talk about is you. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about you. I want to talk to you. All right. So, welcome to Financial Sins. What are we all about? We are about financial mishaps. People using their money in such a way that it's actually detrimental to them. So that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how you can use your money in a different way so that your money is working for you. Okay. That is critical. You want your money to work for you. And did you know there's ways you could do that and you not worry about losing and don't worry about losing your money? That's important. That's important. I want to talk to you. Um, our topic today is put your vision in print. Now, we had a guest. He wasn't able to make it today. Unfortunately, things happen, things come up in life, right? But he is going to be with us next week. And so we're going to have a continuation of this same topic, put your vision in print. All right. Now, I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give it away what my guest is all about. Well, I will say one thing. He's about print. Okay. He's about print. And so I think that if if you really want your vision to grow and go somewhere, you have to present it multiple ways, multiple times on a consistent basis. Well, one of the things that a lot of people do not do is that they don't write down what they're planning on doing. They don't write down what their objectives are. How can you or I, right, have objectives, have a a business plan, but not ever write it down? You've got to write it down. You've got to. All right. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that, and then next week, oh man, next week we're really going to dig into it. Next week, really dig into it, and so you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Now, let me see here. I'm gonna go into my bag of tricks. I'll be gone for 30 seconds. Now I want to see if there's anything here I have interesting, so I could show you. All right, it's very important. Oh, wrong way. Very important that you write things down. Write things down. Okay. Now let me see something. I'm gonna be. This is gonna be kind of foolish, right? Silly, but I gotta move a few things around because I don't want you um, looking at people's names. Okay. All right. So let me see if I could do it here. I can't do it there. Why? Because that was totally filled up. Let me try another one. Let me try something else. Let me see. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Uh-huh. hmm Well, I'm not going to be able to. But what I do want to do I still want to talk about writing down things. Writing down. All right. Now, what I recommend you do is get a notebook or a memo pad. All right. If you can't find one of that, get yourself some paper and write down. You know what I keep? I keep something right next to my bed. Because if I wake up with a hot thought, I don't want to lose it to my sleep. I want to write that thing down right away. And when I write it down right away, I can hold on to it. I could go back to it later on. When I go back to it later on, now I could add to it. Now, sometimes you may get something and while you're sleeping, and when you start writing it down, more will start coming to you. And on top of that, it's like your understanding opens up. So this is important. This is critical. This is extremely important. All right, let me see. We got a whole bunch of folks watching now. So they say, yeah, that is awesome. All right. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what's interesting is that when you don't write down your plan, your goals, your ideas, when you don't write them down, what happens is that you start second guessing yourself. You hear what I'm saying? You start thinking that your idea was foolish. It was a waste. And then there's something else that happens. Excuse me. Something else that happens. You don't go anywhere with it. You don't do anything with it. If you don't write it down, you don't do anything with it. Now, when you write it down, writing it down is like an incubator. You're beginning to give that vision life. That's very important. When you write it down, you're beginning to give your vision life. It's beginning to formulate. You've got to put it in print. You've got to. If you do not, and the Lord should allow you to hang around, you may see that it will never happen. You've got to give it life. You got to put it in print. That's extremely valuable, very important. Let me give you an idea what I'm talking about. Because when you put it in print, now others begin to share with you. All right, I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about. I'm trying to find something that I can share with you. Let me see. Make sure I can share this with you. It's not just for you guys. Do know I'm in the finance industry, right? So there's certain things I can show you, certain things I cannot. All right, this I can show you. You see this? It's in print. It's in print. Do you know why it's in print? Because the manufacturer or the corporation behind this, the company behind this, they're sharing their vision, what they're capable of doing or providing for their clients. You see, When you have a vision, a dream, it's very important not to just try to keep it in your head, but to write it down. Now, point number 2 with that is when you write it down, you're able to leave legacy. You follow me? You're able to leave something that family could gravitate to, hold on to, reminisce, and pick up the banner, pick up the baton, as it were, and then go with it. But when you don't write it down and you're trying to keep it all up here, you start tweaking things unnecessarily. So that's why I recommend that you write it down, put it in print, put your vision in print. Now, this entire podcast, this is good. You can't see, this is good. This is an Arnold Palmer made by me with strawberry lemonade. When you write it down, you have something to go back to and look at. You have something to meditate upon. All right. When you know, meditating, this is not. I'm not talking about humming, and sitting down with your legs crossed. I'm not talking about that garbage. I'm talking about reliving, reminiscing, giving creative thought, really looking into this thing, planning. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Setting goals, long-term, short-term, mid-term. Well, you know, mid-term goes in the middle, right? Let me give an example, another example. Can you read this? Top 10 reasons for FFIUL. This is powerful. All right. You let me see. Was that one I could share? I guess not. All right. Let me find another one that I can share with you. This is another company. I love this company. You could count on Everest. Why do I love this company? They offer a concierge service. They put their vision down in print. You see? Now, you open it up. You open up the brochure. This is where brochures and pamphlets really come in. You see this? All right. That's their vision. Their vision for helping people. And then they tell you everything they could do. That company offers what is called a concierge service. I never even heard of a funeral concierge service until I met these people. What do? They are the ones that stand between your family and the funeral home. They negotiate pricing, so they bring the cost of everything down for you. All these folks that will do this negotiating on your behalf, they're either a former funeral director, or they worked in some major capacity in the funeral industry, so they know the ins and outs. When a family loses a loved one, man, that is a high emotional time. And what these people are saying, we're going to transfer that emotion to us, so to speak, and we're going to be your liaison so you don't get caught up in the emotional aspect as you're dealing with the funeral home. We're going to shift that burden, and we're going to be your spokesperson. We're going to be your voice for you. Man, write down your vision. That's why pamphlets like this are so powerful, because it will help somebody. See, this will help somebody, right? Absolutely. How do I know? Well, I still have it. And I actually have, I actually have this policy. All right? I have this policy. Very important for you to know that. I have this policy. That's right. I have that policy. Now, what's so critical about that is this. This policy, this pamphlet, I can take it with me wherever I want. Why did this company make this pamphlet? They're hoping that I will not only read it, but I will also share it with others, tell others about it. That's why it's critical that you write down your vision. I want to show you something else. You see this? This is a book called The Practice of the Presence of God by Brother Lawrence. It's an old book. I don't even know what year it was written. Let me see. Wow. It was written in 1982. I still have a copy. A vision is what you see, what you believe, right? So here it is. If you have a vision and you write it down, you have a vision for your family. You have a vision for a career. You have a vision for your business. You have a vision for your job. All right? You have a vision. And you write it down. Let's say something happens to you, but your family, they gravitate towards your vision. Wouldn't it be powerful if they pick up your vision and run with it? Wouldn't that be awesome? If they gravitate towards your vision? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I had no idea it was going to rain. Guess what it's doing? Raining. This is very important, people. Very important. You need to put things in print. Now, I know, see, putting things to print is almost obsolete, isn't it? Because the internet is so powerful these days. I work on my car myself most of the time. I change my own oil. I change my own brakes. I change my plugs. I'm going to do some more work to it. Matter of fact, one of the headlights and one of the bulbs in one of the headlights went out several months ago. I went on the school of YouTube. Somebody wrote down a vision And they came up with this great idea, this thing called YouTube. And how they can get people to get on YouTube and share their ideas or share their whatever. And then they get people to advertise on YouTube. What an idea. What an idea. Now, maybe 40, 50, 70, 100 years ago, somebody would have said, oh, you're crazy. They can't say that now. They can't say that now. Do you know why? Because it's working. It's working. Write down your vision. Make it plain. Write down your vision. Write down your goals. Write down your plans. Put your vision in print. You know what's almost passe right now? Newspapers. You remember years ago? I used to buy a newspaper. I used to like to buy the New York Times, and I was living in Connecticut. I would buy the Post for whatever city that I lived in. And it used to be like 1.5 inches, sometimes almost 2 inches thick, with pamphlets and flyers and oh man, people advertise. It used to be yay thick, right? 3 fingers. 3 fingers thick, easily. Today, that same newspaper, 1 finger thick, not 3, 1 finger thick. Why? Because people are writing down their vision, but they're putting it on the internet. So the written print, the paper print thought of idea is almost gone. Matter of fact, I wrote a book several years ago, and I told my daughter, I said, honey, I want you to buy my book. She said, Dad, is it how did you say? It's electronic. And I said, no, it's on print. She said, I'll get it, but man, I don't hardly have time to read. That's why if you have it such way, I could just play it in the car and listen to it. Fair. Hey, listen, regardless, whether it's a physical piece of paper or electronic, you've got to start. Where you start is writing it down. Now, you may not physically write it down. Let me show you what I mean. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. This is called an ink pen. For those of you that don't know, this is called an ink pen. This, well, it's a little memo pad. All right, little memo pad. I'm going to write down something. You can't see it hardly because of the color of the paper is actually, all right, I can't use that paper. I tell you why I can't use it, because it's green. And it's messing up. It's messing my, all right. Yeah. But you can see this, all right. All right. See that? Okay. All right. So I can write on this thing all day long. Yeah, I can write on this all day long. And you'll be able to see it. Okay? People don't write things down like they used to. We just don't. Matter of fact, I was driving, right? And I needed to text somebody. Well, I couldn't text them. I'm driving. I'm not like some of these kids where they could text a whole letter while they're driving. I can't do that, man. That to me, that's scary. So I picked up my phone, pulled up the guy's name, and you know what I did? I just hit the record button, and I sent him like a memo message as a text. Well, he heard my voice because it's recorded, and I said what I had to say to him that way. Is it still writing it down? Yeah. Write it down. Write down your vision. You got a vision. You got a goal. You know what you want. Write it down. Write it down. You know what you want to accomplish. Write it down. Don't be lazy. People, you know, it's interesting. People talk a bunch of junk, right? People talk about what they want to accomplish in life, and they never do it. They never do it. But they talk a good game. Why? Because they don't know what to do. They don't know the next step. All right, so before you get to the next step, start with step 1. Write it down. Boy, am I being redundant today or what? Write it down. You've got to write it down. If you don't write it down, you will forget. Now, I'm telling you, if you do not write it down, you will forget. All right, hey, I want to take a moment, and I just want to share with you, you know who writes things down a lot? Attorneys. They usually have a legal pad. I wonder if an attorney made that legal pad. What you think? I think an attorney made that legal pad. So, they write things down while they're meeting with their clients, or they have somebody take dictation that's still writing it down, right? They meet with their clients, and you want them to take notes. Why? Because if you have a case, it's going to be critical. It's every case is important, right? Well, we have a group of attorneys who would love to help you. They love to help you, all right? They're in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. If you need their help, you can reach out to them. You can reach out to Davis, Bosman, and Johnson Law Firm, the law firm that gets great results. There's their number right there, 912-225-1600. With offices again in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. And there's their website. All right. Don't forget the website. Now you want to look good, right? You write down your vision, and then you need to present it to somebody. But you got to put your clothes in the cleaners, right? You want to get your clothes clean. We have the cleaners that can help you. One Price Cleaners in Garden City, Georgia. It's next to the farmer's market. So where the entrance of the farmer's market is, you make a left to go in the farmer's market. Well, you look right to your right, and you'll see that Cleaners. They are a wholly owned, Black-owned, and operated cleaners. And they say now, I haven't been there yet, they say they have the best prices in town. The best prices in town. So I want to encourage you, if you want to check them out, you need to do it. You need to do it right now. All right, hold on one moment. I want you to watch something with me, and I think it's going to help you out.
Why does it seem like no one wants to talk about dreams anymore? Is it the post-9/11 worries? the post-recession blues, or the posts on social media by anyone with an opinion that have made the world so cynical these days? Are they obsolete? Out of style? Are they uncool? Do you still have dreams? For many North Americans, a dream is nothing but an old-fashioned idea replaced by the harsh reality of a modern world. Longer work hours, higher debt, fewer raises, horrible bosses, less family time. Who's got time for dreams when everyone's just trying to get by? We're here to officially announce that WSB is bringing dreams back. And we're not doing it for just the ultra-wealthy like others are. We're doing it for everyone. Every age, every background, every gender, every experience level. Whoever you are, we're here to help you. And help starts with a financial education. When people know how money really works, they can reduce debt and enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing their families are protected financially. They can discover the excitement that comes from a solid strategy to save for the future and the hope that one day they might become financially independent. But we don't stop there. We open the door to anyone to become a business owner and be part of our mission to help others. We don't want anyone to shrink the size of their dreams to fit the size of their opportunity. That's why there's no limit to how many people can reach our top promotion levels. And that's why we don't put any limits on how much you can earn with us. Success is not reserved for a few. It's offered to anyone willing to learn, work hard, and grow. We believe anyone with the right support can transition from where they are today as someone's employee to where they could be tomorrow as an entrepreneur who owns their future. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to help build theirs. When you know how to protect your family financially, when you take control of your money, when you're enabled to succeed, an amazing thing happens. Dreams are all you want to talk about. If you still have dreams, start here.
Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. How unfortunate it is that we've stopped dreaming. Not everybody, but a lot of people don't dream anymore. They put their dreams on the back burner. Why would you do that? Write down your dream. Write down your vision. Don't throw it away. You might be the answer to the cure for diabetes or breathotosis, whatever that is. All right. You might be the one that invent the next engine for the airplane or something. You see what I'm saying? See, we don't write things down like we used to. You can type it down, you can dictate it down. Whatever you do, just don't trust your memory. A lot of people trust their memory. And there's nothing wrong with trusting your memory. But what if your memory fails you? What if you end up with Alzheimer's or dementia? And all of those dreams are stuck in your head. All of that vision that you never wrote down, put it in print. Matter of fact, put pictures with it. I believe that we ought to try to bring the newspaper back. You know, people get on the internet, but do they really read it? Do they really, really read it? Do they? Do they read it? Hey, look, my name is Anthony Murray. Now, You know, I deal in the finance industry. I help people with life insurance, with wills and trusts, with long-term care, disability, educational programs. So if you need my help and you want me to even give you a complimentary view of your financials, I'll do that for you. Complimentary, no cost, in other words. Now, it doesn't matter where you are in the country. But what I always tell people to do is call me. My number's on the bottom. You can't reach me, text me. Tell me your name. Of course, I already have your number if you send a text. Tell me your name first and last and what you're trying to accomplish. And I'll do everything I can to help you. Now, look, I don't have the answers for everybody. And everybody is not going to be able to or be in a position where they can be or could be helped. Some people are just so far gone in their financials that the only thing that could help them may be bankruptcy. Hopefully. Hopefully. Well, I was hoping this would have lasted the whole show. It didn't. Let me tell you what it is. It's good. It's good. Now, you could always, if your finances are messed up from the floor up, well, why don't you become your own financial manager? Learn how money works. We have financial literacy workshops that can help you, and they are free of charge. That's right, free of charge. You don't pay a dime for them. What are they? Free of charge. You don't pay not one red penny. Penny not red, huh? Well, you don't pay not 1 cent for the workshops. They're free. The material is a different story. If you want the workbook and you want the textbook to go along with the workshops, well, they're $5 each plus shipping and handling. Not a lot of money. You're talking about spending $13, probably $15, depending on what part of the country you live on. All right? That is not bad, especially if it's going to help you to get your financials in order. All right? If you get your financials in order, then it'll help you with your vision and your dream. Do you ever feel like all your life you've been trying to get your finances in order, but they just won't listen to you? Newsflash, they can't talk. All right? They cannot talk. All right? Very important to understand that. Your finances cannot talk. They can't talk. Your money, it can't talk. You are the one that talks. Your money listens to you. Your money goes wherever you want it to go. Very important. If you are in a position where you feel your money is messed up from the floor up, then my friend, you need to write down what's going on. Write down your budget. Write it down. You want to get your vision, your dream, your plan going. Write it down. It's not going anywhere until you write it down. We gotta learn how to write things down. When we don't write things down, man, we are in trouble. Trouble. Did I say trouble? Yes. We are in trouble when we don't write things down. All right. I know, man. I was looking for something the other day, right? A thought, and I'm looking through these books because I just knew I wrote it down. Just knew I wrote it down. Didn't write it down. I said, oh, man, what in the world? I didn't write it down. Fortunately, thank God that God brought it back to my mind and I remembered what it was. You know what I did that time? I wrote it down. That's right. I wrote it down. So this is critical. This is critical. All right. Write things down. Write things down. Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you something. How are you going to bring this to pass? You got something you're working on, right? You got something you're working on. You need to make sure that you have a will or trust or whatever, have your affairs in order. And that's why attorneys come in handy. All right. This is an attorney, a group that have offices in Atlanta, in Savannah, in Statesboro. And I believe they'll be willing to help you to get things in a position to where your money or your legacy will be taken care of for your family. You know why you get life insurance? Did I ever tell you that? You get life insurance to shift the burden of risk. That's right. See, because we don't know, or you don't know when you're going to die, and you don't have life insurance, you take full responsibility and risk. Risk of what? Risk of losing everything. So where does that leave your family? Out in the cold. It leaves them out in the cold. So what is it that you need to do? I need to do. We need to do. What is it that we need to do? Put our vision in print. Put it in print. You know, when you do a trust, you're putting your vision in print for the future for your family. So ask yourself this question. Will you leave a financial legacy or financial hardship for your family? Which way? What are you going to do? Financial legacy or financial hardship? Let me tell you what it takes. Vision, planning, and determination. That's what it takes. All right. So this is a great a group of attorneys that's looking forward to helping you. Davis, Bosman, Johnson Law Firm. The law firm that gets results. So you can call them at 912-225-1600, offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. And there's a website, www.dbjlaw.com. Okay? All right? Hey, you want to look your best when you go to that party. This is how you do it. Remember that song, This Is How We Do It? Or This Is How You Do It? I don't know. It's been a long time. All right. So One Price Cleaners, Garden City, Georgia, at the farmer's market. Actually, across the street from the farmer's market. All right. Folks, I'm asking you to do something. Share. When you get on Facebook, you can watch us on Facebook. Share, press that share button. You're watching us right now, wherever you are, hit that share button. Spread the word. Hit that like button. Spread the word. All right? Spread the word. Now, if you're in the Atlanta area, check this out. Join our Black media as we team up with Hot 2100 Radio in Atlanta, Georgia. You can listen. I need some water. You can listen it for free on www.hot2100.com. All right. I think you get something out of that. I believe you get something out of that. All right. What else do we have here that I want to talk to you about? Well, we're just about done. We're going to wrap this up in a minute. We're going to wrap this up. If you want to call me directly, there goes my number right there. My email, my number. You could call me. You could email me. Hey, you need life insurance. You need a will. You need a trust. I want to hear from you. That's right. I want to hear from you. You still got to put things in. You still got to write things down, right? You still got to put it on paper. All right. When I do a life insurance policy, it's typed in a computer. But guess what? When people receive the policy, there's two forms, electronic or paper. You know what most people want? The majority of people, they want the paper. Excuse me. They want the paper. Why? Paper is powerful, man. I'm telling you, it's powerful. Now, if you want to attend our financial literacy workshops, there's some information scrolling on the bottom. All right, scrolling on the bottom. All right. And we can help you with that. Okay. All you need to do is let us know what you want to do. If you want to watch, if you want to just watch one of the workshops, how it's done, that's not an issue. That's not a problem. We can make that happen for you. Okay. We can make that happen. If you have the internet, which you do, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be able to listen to me. You could listen to our workshops online, watch them, participate in them online from the convenience of your home, from your office, from your trailer, from the park, wherever you are. It's convenient. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., 8 p.m., and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's how you register. All right. So you see that right there, worldsystembuilder.com/WS-US. So listen, folks, you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. Hey, guys, we're wrapping this up. I want to thank you for your time today. I want to ask you to share this thing, right? Let people know what's going on, okay? Let people know. Don't forget about Davis Bosman Johnson law firm, the law firm that gets great results. There's their number. All right, coming across to you, 912-225-1600. Offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. What's their website? www.dbjlawyers.com. Okay. Don't forget about the cleaners. All right. Don't forget about the cleaners. One Price Cleaners, Garden City, Georgia, at the farmers market on Highway 80. They're Black owned and operated. They have the best prices in town. That's what they say. I'm going to find out for myself. Listen, guys, it's been a hoot. It's been a blast. I hope you got something out of this today. I want to say thank you to all of you folks who hung out with us today. man, it was really good to have you. Really good to have you. We hope to see you next week. Next week, we have 2 guests that's going to be with us, and you don't want to miss it. So you want to share this, and you want to invite a friend. All right? Let somebody know where we are. Let them know what we're doing. Let them know what's going on. All right? We want to see you again. We want to see your friends. We want to meet your family. We want to be there for you, right? We want to help you help yourself. So, without any further ado, I want to say thank you for being with us today. Thank you for just taking the time to listen to our podcast today. I hope you got something out of it. Man, it was really great being with you. And we're going to see you next week as we take this topic to a new level. We have a gentleman that's coming on next week that has a newspaper and has some other stuff that he's been involved with. Why? Because he put his vision in print. He put his vision in print. Thousands are taking the advantage of it. Now it's your turn. We'll see you next time.
I like that.